Well, hello and good morning or good evening. Today, we're going to talk about how I make money online from home with a simple step by step business that's made for beginners. Because in June of 2024, I was praying to God and asking God for a way to work from home with my kids, as you hear the door opening and closing. um, so, I want to go over, I'm going to share with you everything about this. And if you have been praying and asking God for a way to work from home, generate a little extra income, this might be something where you're like, hey, I would like to know more. If you don't have the time to hang out and you're scrolling, hey, make sure that you do this. Make sure that you subscribe or follow and grab the free blueprint. Listen, anybody can get that free blueprint. So before we get started, I should tell you a little bit about my story. I was doing the dash in June of 2024. Um, and we were trying to do that like 40 plus hours, okay? 40 plus hours. And then we were aiming for 1800 a month. And I know what you're thinking. How the heck would you survive off of 18? We weren't. We weren't. Um, we were not. We were struggling, and the struggle was real. And that's not even where it started from, but that's the part that I'm going to tell you about today. Is that's where we were. We were struggling, and and then God brought me away this one day in June of 2024. The worst thing that could happen, or at least that I thought it was the worst day ever, was actually the best day because I was scrolling on my phone. Okay, here's me scrolling on my phone, looking for a laugh, like a lot of you guys do. I was looking for a laugh, and this girl pops up, and she's talking about God, homeschooling, and making boatloads. Well, I did what y'all do too, and I was like, nope. She's talking about making boatloads. She's not talking to me. And I scrolled, even though, and I want you to think about this, even though I was the one she was trying to help, I scrolled because we let our heads get into this and we're like, there's no way that this is real. We have that old school thinking. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. But if we backtrack and we go, you know what? Wait a minute. 20 years ago, if I would have told you we could be on a phone talking to each other, exchanging information, you'd be like, sounds too good to be true. I don't want to buy into that. Things have changed. We can do a lot with this little thing. And then we start to be believers when we look at something and we go, oh, I see. I see how it works now. So, unfortunately, a lot of us are skeptics, and I was one too. So, anyways, the first time she popped up, hey, Mike, how's it going? Um, the day she popped up, I was like, I scrolled, right? So 2 days later, when actually the transmission went on my beloved black Suburban, that's when she popped back up again. And I was like, wait a minute. So I thought to myself, I'm going to ask her these three questions because I was starting to be a little bit more open minded to, hey, maybe she does have something. So I thought, you know what? I'll ask her, do I need a degree? Because that was a barrier for me. She was like, no. I said, can I work from home? I had to be at home. She was like, yeah, you can work from home. I said, okay, what's the third thing is, do I have to answer a phone? How many of y'all drop it in the comments? How many of you guys don't want to answer a phone? I don't know what happened to us wanting to be on the phone all the time. Mike, you were too. Yes, right. Um, I think we all are. We all are skeptical because we don't really understand it until we like take that step, and then we're like, oh, I get it now. I get it. Why? Why are we like that? I don't know what the answer is to that, but I was. Yeah. So as soon as she answers those three questions from me, let me tell you something. I had a business up and running in 2 days that I did with products that I didn't create, and I did the content right from this wonderful thing right here in my hand. I'm going to share with you guys what I do. Then I'm going to let you listen to some other people in our community, and I'm going to walk you through this. Okay, so Mike's like me, and I don't even know what I said, Mike. Happy to see you. Happy to see you, my friend. Okay, so let's get into this. And before I start talking about other stuff, I do need to share an income disclaimer because if y'all have never had a business before, don't understand how this works, it is your business. Just like this is my business, I don't have a boss, I don't have a schedule. It says you can screenshot this. The information and strategies provided in this video are for educational purposes only and should not be considered a guarantee of financial success. Results vary based on individual effort and experience. Okay. So, like I said, you can screenshot that if you like. All right. So now let's jump right into what is it that you're doing? How are you building a business? Listen, when I was doing the dash, I wasn't looking for a business. I thought I'll just go find a 9 to 5. But I knew there was a problem with that because I couldn't survive off of 15 to 20 an hour. And then I start Googling. Maybe you have done this. Has anybody done this? Start like looking for something based on the hourly pay. Like I was looking, money, you guys, you might already have an income. Okay. Maybe you're looking for extra income that you could do from home. But I was like, I need something I can do from home that's going to not only pay the bills, but bring in extra, like I needed more than enough. So 15 to 20 an hour. Did you, Mike? Did you really? Because I thought I was the only one. I was like looking up $45 an hour, like things that I could do. And I was like, they all wanted degrees. They all wanted things that I didn't have. And I was like, there's no way. There's no way. So anyways, please don't mind the door. My kids are coming in and out. So moving right along, guys, you got to get in or stay out. In or out. That's it. In or out. Right. I'm sorry. I'm yelling at you. Okay. Well, stop going in and out that door. I think that's my like Gen X. Remember when they said, get outside. Don't you come back till I'm not doing that, but I don't want to hear the door every 2 seconds. Okay. No, you wait for her. Okay. So let's jump into this. What are we doing? I promote digital programs that I did not create. Nope. I did not. Sorry. My son's talking to me. Did I tell you that this fits mom life? So I have 4 different programs that are actually in the e-learning industry. Now, let me tell you about the e-learning industry. I love this. The e-learning industry is booming. And I'm going to tell you some numbers on that because some people like numbers and I happen to be one of them. I like to hear facts, but those are 4 educational programs I didn't create. The e-learning industry is okay. So in 2019, it did 950 million. In 2023, 1 billion a day. In 2024, 1.2 billion a day. Now it's projected to hit 3 billion a day by 2027. Do you or do you not want to be a part of that? And did you say beginners can do this? Absolutely. I was a beginner. I knew nothing about this. And so those 4 different programs are going to teach us marketing skills. Okay. So a lot of us, this is new to us. So we get to learn some digital high income learning skills called digital marketing skills. Now, what does that mean? Basically, what that means is we're learning how to market. We're learning attraction marketing. We are learning how to speak to our perfect customer. We are learning marketing skills to create content. Let me break down what is it that we do in a day. Now, and this is not written in stone, so I just want to say that. This is where we start. Okay, if you want to expand, you can absolutely expand. I did. Okay, so I'm on 2 platforms. This is one platform. It does not take me this long to do this, but this is where I started too. So 1 hour, 3 pieces of content. I make a 7-second. I make 35 a minute. I actually went over a couple times. I think sometimes I go over a bit, but you're learning the high income earning skills, okay, to create the content. What are you doing every day? Creating content. I post free ads. And let me share this with you. There are 5.5 billion people on social media. We are creating content. We are posting free ads, which is just a classified ad, guys. If you've never done it before, it doesn't matter. We are going to where the people are. 5.5 billion people scrolling on social media. And I'm going to assume it's safe to say that you're probably one of them. You're one that is scrolling. But are you generating an income from this little device right here? Because I didn't have the skills to make $900. I didn't have the skills to make $600. I didn't have the skills to make $300. I didn't have those skills. These are high price point, in demand educational programs. I didn't have the skills to do that. So I had to be willing to learn some skills so that I could, now I resell educational programs. Okay. So let's get back into this. I don't go too much into, you're learning marketing skills. You're learning digital marketing skills. You're learning how to attract your customer. You're learning the skills to create the content. So these are high in demand skills, but let's get back to this. So we create content, we post our free ads, and remember, there are people scrolling all over the whole entire world. One of the most important things, or one of the coolest things I think about what I do, is this is global. So let me just share with you, because you did see like that for a second here. We are global. We're all over the whole entire world. I absolutely love this. I love that my customers are all over the world. Hey, Pam, how's it going? Good to see you. I do go through it, Pam. So I am walking through this. All right. So I love that this is global. Okay. Let me get back to this. Now, let's get back to what we're doing. Because I've been doing this for, what am I at? 17 months, right? A year and 5. Is that right? I never said I was good at math. Okay, so let's get back to this. Post free ads, 3 pieces of content, respond to comments. You can choose whatever social media platform you would like. Now, I'm going to tell you my preference. My preference is YT and TT. Okay, that's where I prefer. I know I'm going on more than one right now, but where I post my content is on TT and YT. Okay. Those are short videos. So a 7-second video, this is going to give me an opportunity to sip my coffee. I'm going to show you an example of the videos that I make. Okay. And this is how I make 100% on 100, 300, 609. So I'm going to pretend to hit record. And as soon as it hits 7 seconds, I would stop it. It would be closer to 10 seconds on FB. Can you guys stop going in and out of the doors? Did I tell you mom life again? Stop it. Okay. That is, so on FB, it's like closer to 10. On TT, it's 7. And I usually, like I said, TT. On YT Shorts, my 7 ones do excellent, but I would say closer to 8 is probably better. And it's a funny thing. It's like a second. It's like 3 seconds, just short. So what would you do after I did that? I would add some text on the screen. I would pick a popular song and I would hit post. Now, speaking of this, what song you pick matters. And it's going to sound like a really strange thing, but it does matter because you learn who you're going to attract. Okay. So your choice of songs actually, and when you think about it, you're going to attract certain kinds of people, right? So it is important. You're learning how to create content that's going to speak to the person that is just pretty much just like you. Okay. So that's a 7-second video. You'll learn what the text is because you'll learn how to talk to the person. Now, your customer. Now, 1-minute video could go something like this. Let me think of one. Yeah, they told me it was fake. They told me there's no way that this could be real. But I've been doing this for 17 months, being at home with my kids because I chose to step out and do something outside of the box. I chose to start something that I had no clue about. It was I didn't even understand it when I started it. I'll just tell you, I had no clue what this was, didn't know if it was real. I was nervous as all get out until I actually got into the community. And as soon as I got into the community, I was like, okay, let's go. What am I doing? And that was like in June of 2024. I have literally made thousands a month from my home, from my phone, around my kids. So if you need something that fits into your lifestyle and the way that you live, then I would say grab the free blueprint. How do you do that? Run to my profile, don't walk, put your email in, wait 5 minutes, check your inbox, promo trash. If it goes to the promo trash, move it so that you don't miss any of my future messages. And you can also do me a favor and drop me a yeehaw. Now, that's 1 minute. I can do this smoothly, okay? But I want you to remember something. I've been in this for over a year. You're very welcome. Is that Ghost? Ghost and me. You're very welcome. So I try to explain this to you guys so that you understand you actually are learning skills, but at the same time, you're building a business. I don't have the time to go back to school. I was like, maybe I should go back to school because, man, I can't make enough. Like, do you guys see the price of groceries? Is it just me? Or like, did I wake up one day and I was like, coffee doubled? All these things have just like, I don't know what's going on, but the pay and what they're paying, what we're doing out there to generate an income doesn't work for me. Like, I can't do a 9 to 5. My children's education is important to me. So everybody is in a different place. All right. But I needed something. You're like, yes. Yeah. I needed more, and I didn't need just like pocket change. Now, have any of you guys ever looked at the games and the surveys? And it's okay because I was there too. The games and the surveys and the apps. I'm guilty. I looked. And then I looked at what are they actually going to give me? And I was like, are you crazy? I am not sitting around doing a game, doing a survey. I just hit 38 subscribers. Okay. Congrats, Erica. Yes, right, Ghost. So I looked at that stuff and I was like, man, I'm not doing that. One of my favorite things about this business is the founder. I'm going to tell you about her. Okay. The founder. Yeah, I hear you. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I get it. I get it, man. I so get it. I should show because you guys don't know. You can't see it, I don't think. Um, so I get it. I needed more. So if you're sitting here and you're watching this either live or as a replay later, there are a lot of us who need more. So the founder of this is very time conscious. She is in her 50s. In September of 2022, she walked into a meeting. Now her background is different than mine. Okay. She walked into a meeting as a network marketer. She walked into a meeting and she thought that she was like the bunch of them were going to get an increase and they were all excited and everything. Well, it was a decrease and it was half. And she was like, this is terrible. I can't do this. I'm a mom of 6. I got 5 grandkids. And she panicked pretty much, right? She starts looking and then her granddaughter, and you'll hear, if you start this, you'll hear her granddaughter, I guess, grabbed her phone and was on FB. Well, a post shows up. She saw it and she was like, what? 100% profit? And being in her networking, she understood stuff like I didn't understand what I was getting. And I get it now. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. So she started in September of 2022. She launched a community, which has 57,000 of us now. She launched the community in November of 2022. She started this doing, listen, let's go back to what we're talking about, the 2 hours. Okay. We focus on this 2-hour workflow. Okay. Now that's on one platform. So she started this, right? She never went live. I'm going live right now. She never went live. She actually hit, and you're going to think this is crazy, but she started generating income the first month, the second month, the third. And then on the fourth, she started to go live on TT, I believe. And she had 1,000,017 months by doing this, creating content. She went live. I don't know when she stopped doing the posting of the free ads. I don't really do that anymore because I go live too. And she's very aware of time. So she teaches us how to work smarter and not harder. One of the things that I have learned is how to do affiliate marketing the smart way. And I'm not talking about selling a marker. I am not talking about TT Shop that takes all day and all night. We're not doing that. That stuff is so, I don't know what the lure is to that, but I don't want to sit here and make 10 videos, okay? 10 videos on one product and in hopes that I'm going to make 25 cents. Not, no, man, I'm not interested at all. So this is what I've been doing. Now I'm on more than one platform, so you should add an hour, and you need to put aside time for learning. You are learning those skills, digital marketing skills. Okay. So moving right along, what time are we at? 20 minutes. I try to keep these things short. Well, as short as I can. So these are some of the things that I love, and I'm going to let you see some screenshots in a second. I make 100% profit on those 4 different programs. These ones right here: legacy, digital mastery, passive, and launch. We are the whole overview of this is we're learning marketing skills, but I've actually learned some more things inside, and I'm going to go over that in a little bit. Okay. We focus on that 2 hours. You want to get your life back. You want to get time back. You don't want to be stuck with this all day, or stuck on a computer, or stuck anywhere. Do your work, put it down, go live. No cold calling. It's not MLM. No degree. I didn't have a degree. I didn't have any experience. I followed that step-by-step program. I have an automated system. Now, that automated system is out there working for me 24 hours around the clock. What is that? That's this right here. You got to understand this, okay? See the guy and the girl? See this guy and a girl right here, you guys? This is called a landing page. My landing page does not look like this, all right? Mine doesn't, because I've been doing this a long time. So, but I will show you. I will show you in a second here. Can I get it up fast enough? Yes, I can. So this is what mine looks like, okay? I'll quickly show you mine so you can see. This is what mine looks like now, all right? Because I used to do the dash, and that is my landing page. So if somebody's interested, they will just go click on that, and then they have to put in their email. Let me explain to you why. Everybody thinks, oh, the black hole is going to swallow my email. Man, no, it's not. I thought the same thing though. So I already did. I was like, why do I want my email? Why do I got to put my email in to get information? I had no clue, and I didn't understand the value of having an automated system. So let's go back here. So what happens? Somebody puts their email in. This is, you could pick 3 different covers here, or templates. You get to choose what you like. And then they put their email in. They're going to see a video of her. This is the founder. Her name is Michelle O'Neill. You can Google her. You can look her up. There's a video of her. And then there's another video later inside of your email list. Building an email list is so important in this day and age. And I'm going to tell you why. So when we're building that email list, right? When we're building that email list, it gives us a direct connection to the people that like us, want to know what we're doing, and it's not based on a platform. So one of the worst, like we were talking about shop, okay, on TT. If you don't know what that is, that's okay. But that's solely, I wish I could tell people, really, if you're going to do that, you should do something else, so that in case that just you wake up one morning and it's gone, because it has happened to countless people. They wake up and for some reason or another, their whole entire thing is on hold. They lose money. It's all based on one platform. And let's be real, that platform disappeared. When was it? Was it last year? Last year. I know I was doing this because we talked about it and we were like, well, it's no big deal to us because we have an email list. We could just reach out to our email list and say, hey, I'm not posting on there anymore. Come find me over here. But these poor people that are using this for TT Shop, they lost their whole entire everything they worked so hard to build, just gone. And some people do something wrong and it's just gone, or they close their account just like that and it's gone. If they would have learned how to build an email list, they could have kept their people in their pocket instead of relying on that platform. Like somehow, some way, I would always say have another way to have an income. So ours is not based solely on one platform. Ours is based on creating that direct connection with the people in our emails. It's priceless. It's the best way to build a business. And I wish I would have known this years ago as a prior small business owner. These are the most important things I've learned in the past year. Number one, make sure that whatever you're doing is automated. I can go to sleep and wake up to a sale. It happens a lot, actually, because when you think about it, there are people all over the world. Like we have people, I've got people in the UK, I got people in Africa, we got people all over the world. So they're sleeping when we're awake. And then when we're awake, they're sleeping or whatever. You know what I mean? Back and forth. I'm thinking England is like 6 hours ahead. Africa is like day and night. But they can purchase because of that automated system. So I learned the automated system is like so valuable and that a regular person can have that, and then learn those marketing skills. And also because I'm reselling products that I didn't create, which is amazing. Having that automated system, these guys are going in and out. Having the automated system, building an email list and learning the marketing skills, those are important for anybody. So I love that. Okay, let me get going. That automated system though is out there working for us all. So I haven't shared anybody's stuff in here. So let me share some people's stuff. Cecilia is she's a millionaire in South African rands. Okay. I think I'm going to let you hear from her today. I think another 900. She said, today I got paid to take a nap. I laugh because you know what? This is what happens when you have an automated system. It happened to me. I think I did a post. I think I did screenshot that. I don't know where it is right now, but I know I did a post like this because I was like, I had to sleep in my recliner and woke up to a 9. So I'm not the only one. This just goes to show you. See, she had a salon, but I won't get into her story. This is just an example. Okay. Pamela, boom, multiple. So one of the things that we learn, I told you, I learned a lot in this. How do we set this automated system set up? Well, you follow a program. It's a step-by-step program. That's what this is. It is a business in a box. And what we do is we choose a program, we follow the program, and the program gives us the tools, gives us the community, it gives us everything. So I will get to that in a second. So she was excited because of and thank you for asking, Ghost. So multiple income streams activated. This is the one thing that I didn't get either, but now I'm an affiliate for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 different things. And then I have a monetized community. There's things that you will learn that open up doors that you didn't even know existed, all because of a community. And actually I'm getting ready to release my very own course, which I think is exciting. It's not going to be anything like this because I still promote this. It's just something that if somebody's interested in my course, it's different. It's not this. Leah, my first 9 days in. So I don't know how much that was. She didn't say. We don't have to say. A lot of people do say. And let's get into, let me share with you guys. Let me share. Because what time are we at? Okay. So I'm going to let you listen to Amy. Okay. So I'm going to let you listen to Amy. She is this is from a webinar. So our webinars, our founder puts on Michelle O'Neill, like I said, This is Amy. She is a single mom. I don't know if she's still single mom, but she she was when she started this. Okay. So I'll let you listen to her. And if you can't hear it, let me know. And there we go.
Welcome, everybody, especially if you're one of those grinders, right? That's all you know how to do is grind. But Michelle mentioned something earlier about being in survival mode. And I think most of us get to the point that we're just in survival mode and we just keep doing the same thing over and over again because it's what we see as working, but it's really not working, right? So let me tell you,
That's Michelle.
as a woman that was divorced and left with 3 kids, one income just isn't enough. And that's why many of you are probably on here because there's only one income, or maybe there's two, but it's very low income and you're looking for additional ways, right? Well, here I was, one income wasn't enough. I got a second job. And for many years, I was working literally 18 hours a day or more on the weekends. But I still had kids to raise. That's the deal, right? So here I am trying to level all of this out. And I was in literal survival mode. I was very disappointed in myself. I was where I was. And let me tell you, I didn't know. I was at the point where I just kind of threw my hands up and said, I'm just going to keep grinding my fingers to the bone every day until these kids are raised and in college or whatever. But then what?
Mm-hmm.
So I really had to stop and look at my life and where it was and go, man, what have I done? What am I doing? And the thing that hit me the hardest was that I started realizing I was losing my relationship with my children because I was always at work. So I was literally trading time for dollars, as Michelle says. And that had to stop, but I just didn't know how to get out of that. And here's the funny thing. I was not even on social media, right? So I didn't know any about all this stuff. I didn't know, I could barely order on Amazon. That's the best I got online. And my daughter kept begging me, please, mom, get on TikTok so you can watch my videos of her and all her little friends in volleyball. And I said, okay. And within a very short time of that happening, I came across Michelle's video. And when she said a 2-hour workflow, and we will teach you everything you need to know on how you can make money out there online. We'll teach you everything. And you don't have to worry about creating anything because it's already done for you. That sounded brilliant to me. But of course, I was scared to death. I'm like, what do I got to do? How am I going to do it? Trying to fit it in between these two jobs. But let me tell you something, because my back was against the wall and I wanted my time back with my kids. I wanted to sit down to dinner again with them. I wanted to cook every night again. And that's what gave me the strength to do something different, to try something I was really uncomfortable with. And all I did was I plugged into this 2-hour workday. And I plugged into these trainings that Michelle offers. And I literally fit the 2-hour workday, everything she just explained to you, throughout my day at work. 15 minutes here, 30 minutes here, 20 minutes here. I took every lunch hour and sat in my car. And in 10 and a half weeks, I was able to not only walk away from one of those jobs and start cooking dinner again at night, but both of those jobs, all because of this program. And I knew zilch. I knew zero. I had no clue about sales. I've never done MLM or any kind of sales before. I literally knew nothing and had to learn everything. But this process is so easy, so beginner friendly, and everything is handed to you. You just got to show up, and you got to want to build that legacy for your family. And it can happen. We're here for you. So I am just ever grateful. And in 2.5 years, it has literally changed my life. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have not stressed about a bill in over 2 years. I mean, those are the things that so many people in this world live and breathe every day, is the stress of money, and to not have to worry about it. Finally, I'm hoping you take this opportunity, my friend. I really do.
Okay, so that's Amy, and I'm going to share some other ones with you in a minute. Now, I want to get back to this so that you guys understand. So there are 4 different programs. Let's talk about the programs for a minute. These are the programs that I promote. 4 different programs. Each one of these teaches marketing skills. So there's Legacy, Digital Mastery, Daily Paint, and Launchpad. Now you might think it's funny. Why did you cross out the 100? I'm going to tell you why. Because last year in June, when I was scared. I didn't know what this was. I didn't understand it. And I thought, well, I'll just do the Launchpad, because then that way, at least I can get in the door and just see, right? But I asked her, if I choose the Launchpad, what do I get to promote? And she said just that. I said, I'll forget it. So I got the 9. I have all 4. All right. We're not purchasing them individually, because if we purchase them individually, it would be $1,900 worth of programs. And we're not doing that. Thank goodness. So it is one program. And if you choose the digital mastery, just choose what fits you and your budget and your goals. You can choose any of them. Okay. So if you chose digital mastery, then you would have the 6, the 3, and the 1 on your website. The website is made for us. You get to choose that, that picture. You get to choose. I think there's 3 to choose from. There is no monthly fees, and I'm going to explain that in a minute. So last year in June of 2024, I purchased a program. It taught me everything to build a successful business online. It gave me business fundamentals and high income earning skills. So I purchased that in June of 2024. I paid the one-time website fee. The value that I've received in this program far exceeds a one-time program and a one-time website fee. There are 2 small. This one is one-time fee and stays this way. Well, I'm going to tell you about it right now, Ghost. I'm glad that you're asking, because when you guys ask questions, it helps out other people too. I don't know if everybody's going to see the comments after, so I'm just going to quickly show as I go. Okay. Yes, I'm going to explain it. So I purchased a one-time purchase program in June of 2024, paid a one-time website fee. There are 2 small incidentals. The 2 small incidentals are this: you need a website name, but I would say don't do this before you get started in the program. The website name, you want it to be short, clear, simple to understand, nothing crazy. Mine is even on see, Granny's getting paid. That was my 20-year-old who is he named it. He came up with the name, but it is on the longer end. But I didn't spell it strange. It's memorable. You want something like that. And if you choose to get started on TT, which is something that, I would suggest, because you can get in front of a lot of people in a short period of time. And you do not need a following. Contrary to what everybody else out there is doing, this is not that. And trust me when I say this, because I made that mistake. I had a prior following on TT, and I start posting these videos, and I went live, and no, don't do what I did. I made a mistake. I slowed down the progress of my initial start, and I shouldn't have done it. I should have just followed it. 0 followers, brand new account. And so your account name wants to kind of match up with your website name. Now, let me get my little board for a second. And I know we don't want to be too long here. Sorry. Let me get my little board, because I'll show you on here. Where's my eraser? I'll show you on my little board. Exactly. All right. So everybody can see this. Let me make me bigger for a second because we don't need this. Let me hide this and let me make me bigger for a minute. Okay. So everybody should be able to see this. You choose your program. Now let's just say you choose, this is our number one selling program. That is $56 a month on a plan. Okay. There are plans in the US. If you are outside of the US, that is okay. There just probably isn't a plan, but just go and see for yourself. I don't know. I'm not there. If how do I explain this? I can't see because I'm here in the States, but if you're in Jamaica, just act like you were going to check out and you'll see what's available to you there. I can't see what's available to you there. You can do this, but whether or not there's a plan is another thing. $39 is the one-time website fee, website name, and the website's made for us. The programs are done, and that automated system is ours. It's all done like it's a business in a box. So a website name, and we do suggest, and I don't know if I can say it. So if you've ever heard of this, that's okay. That's good. If you haven't, it's okay too. So $1 to $11 for a website name, and it's also called a domain. Then you need professional email. Okay. You need professional email. So that's it. That's it. So it could be this, if that's what you choose, that would be like 95. And then that's it. These ones come after. Do not do it before. And I'm going to tell you why. Don't do these two things with this before. Just get in your program. Just do this and this. They're two separate things because I want you to remember this. I make 100%. You make 100% on the programs because it's your business. This right here goes to support our community, which I will show you in a minute. So these are two small things, but you don't do them right away. Just follow the program step by step. It walks you through how to do this. That's why I'm saying don't do it before. Okay. So under, what is that? 95. Is it 95? Did I do the math right? 8, 9. Yeah. 95. All right. So what I am going to do, I'm thinking about something here because this video is going to be out there. All right. If you see this video, this is what I will do. If you see this video, I will help. You'll have to say this, and I'm going to have to write this down somewhere. If you're in the US, this is what I'll do for you. I will take care of this. I will reimburse this. And then I will help you with this. So what's that? Okay. So once you get started, but I only help you with the Legacy 2.0. If you get started with the Legacy, which is this one, with the Legacy 2.0, I will reimburse this and throw this in on top. So I will help you with this. Okay. And then it would only be this. You'll have to pay this first because the way you get in the program, I don't want to mess it up. So they're handled separately. So as soon as you handle your program amount, you are presented with the website fee because that goes to our community. So as soon as you handle that and as soon as you get started, as soon as that's processed, then I will do this for you. I can do it two different ways. I usually do it. But you're going to have to mention, let's come up with a word. If you say, what's today? Today is November 19th. Let's say Thanksgiving. Say Thanksgiving, and I'll know that you've seen this, and I will do this for you. Okay. All right. So we're clear on that. Okay. Now let me read your comments. I haven't seen them, and I got to get going here. Hold on a second. Yes, nice. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. So let's get back to this because I like you guys to see everything. So this is let me share with you the community, what it looks like. Okay. Where is it? This is okay. Let's get back to the community. 57,000 of us. 57,000 of us every single day. She gives us a daily video. Okay. That daily video is to help you in your business. I love it. I love the daily videos. These are short little videos. Look, 5 minutes. Watch it while you're brushing your teeth. Watch it while you're having your coffee, whatever. These are just And this is what I want you to remember. We're not paying monthly fees, guys. We're not. Okay. So she gives us that daily video. She is very determined, disciplined, and diligent with her business. If you are, no, the 56 is on a plan. So that's how that works, Ghost. The 56 is on a plan until you've paid for the 9. Like that program, the 900 is the program total. The 56 is on a plan. I hope that clears that up. If it doesn't, you can always message me. If you haven't already, grab the blueprint, and then you'll have an email, and you'll have my email. Okay. And then you can just message me and I'll walk you through stuff. She does the exclusive training for those that get started with Legacy 2.0 every single Monday. Hi, is it Ranjit? Hello, hello, hello. Hi, how are you? Nice for you to join. Hello. So she does the exclusive training, the founder does, on the Legacy 2.0. This we are doing, this is this week. If you got started, what's today? Wednesday? I don't know if it'd be too late. Maybe you might be able to get into this, but I don't know if it'd be too well, you might be able to get in on that. She's doing a special workshop for us. She does these things to help us to grow our business. I'm glad you're doing good. Okay. So let's get backwards. This is the main community. When you start your program, you just go click here to get started and you follow it. Spend about maybe however long you have. If you want to spend a half hour, spend a half hour. Watch some of the videos. Remember to watch that daily video from her, but you'll start to understand how to create the content. That's what you're going to learn. We have the wins like I talked about. Okay. So these are things that you can actually share. You can screenshot, and I can share these just like I did earlier, like some of these, right? We can screenshot them. Whoops. Let's get back to there. Now, I want you guys to listen. I have another. Let me let you listen to let me see. That was Amy. And we're allowed to do this. We're allowed to share. This is a webinar, and that's Michelle. Should I let you listen to a guy? Here, no, I'll let you listen to her. There's a guy at the end. Yeah, let's listen to Tim. Those are a couple other mamas because we're running out of time. I think Tim is in here. Yeah, let's listen to Tim. Okay.
This is incredible. Like when I listen to these stories, and I've been in the online space, and I'll tell you my story in about 30 seconds. It's real simple. But to listen to all these ladies, it is absolutely inspiring for a guy like me because you guys have given me hope. You have led by example.
Let me just say one thing about Tim. His story is a little different than a lot of our like mom stories. Okay. His background is different, but I like it because there is a lot of guys that are doing this, and I have a lot of guys start with me. So if you're in here and this is why I share both guys and girls. Okay.
And the leadership, you know, you have Celine putting this all together. That is amazing. You have Marianne that is living in an RV. She's from Wisconsin, right? You know, in her 50s and her 60s, and she's a Green Bay fan, Packers fan. It gets better and better every moment of our day. And yes, there's an underlining message with that. But if you're a Dallas fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. My name is Tim. I'm a dad of 5 amazing kids, and I mean, they are absolutely amazing. But I got to tell you something. I worked corporate America. My story, what I'm about to tell you, is nothing like anything you've heard from anything you have heard to this point. I literally did a corporate job. I worked at a very, very large big box retail company, and I helped that company go from, my job was to help that company go from 300 retail stores to over 1,000, and we took it to 5 different countries. So I am as corporate as it gets. I live in California. I live in this great, beautiful place in California, on a beautiful golf course that I never golfed on for years. My role, and this is my schedule, for between 7 and 5 years, was I'd leave my house Monday morning, get on a plane by 7 in the morning, and I was flying all throughout the United States. Didn't know really kind of per se where I was going per se. And then I would be back home, flying home, being back in California from wherever I was in the United States, at about between 1 and 1:45 p.m. But my day didn't end there. I actually had to go to my corporate office, which was here in Fullerton, California, which is about 20 minutes away from the airport. I still wasn't even going home. I always say to everyone in my world, my wife is my queen, because of the simple fact that we've been married 35 years, September 16th, and she was the woman that kept everything together with my faith, of course. She is an incredible woman that somehow she dealt with my crazy butt, but she knew that we were doing everything what we were supposed to do to raise our family, raise our kids. Kids went to college. I made multiple six figures in my corporate world, but I had no time. There's a lot of you guys and mamas out there that I get you, I feel you, but that was my only avenue. I didn't know about the online space. I had no clue, and I can't put it all together. I can't put the pieces together. Well, I had a rude awakening. All the sacrifices that I did, all the baseball games that I missed, all the softball games where my kids were really pissed off at me for not showing up. Hey, I'll be there, and not able to be there and be present because I was on a cell phone. I will tell you that the more I even think about it, I get chills even now. Like, I'm just kind of like, damn, I can't believe I missed it. There are moments you don't get it. I think people don't get it until you maybe get to 58 and near 60. You really don't know what the priority is. We are sold on a dream where we have to go to work and go to jobs. I get all that. And I get that I've been blessed and grateful to have the finances to pay for my kids to go to college and have no debt when they get out of college. And I'm very fortunate. So I knew that was my job as a father. We're raised to sit down, shut up and listen, or you're going to get hurt from your parents or your uncles with 6 brothers and sisters. You're fighting for the food at the plate, all this stuff that comes along with life. That's how we're raised. It means nothing. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. It means nothing. The time that you're missing, the sacrifices that you're making, I think it's just different now. I have made more money in less time. I made more money. I'm going to be a million. I always say this, making 6 figures is easy. You just don't know the skills yet. That's all it is. You go to jobs you hate, and then you come home and you download on your kids, because that was me. I know you know these stories. I know you do. But 25 years in, they came into my office and they said, my role has been eliminated. You were talking to a guy like that lived, breathed, and just was, I knew my job. I was very good at it. And holy crap, they came in there and says, 2 young ladies came in and read a paper to me and said, my role has been eliminated, and said I had to make a decision within 30 minutes of what I was going to do. I've been with you for 25 years. And when you asked me what to do, I did it. Are you out of your effing mind? Excuse the phrase. So when you think whatever job you're at and whatever you're doing, you may love, and you do it for not the price you should be paid, I want you to know something. In all of my bottom of my heart, they really don't care.
It's true.
It's what can you do for them lately? And be very clear on that. There's a lot of you that are very good at what you do. You just don't know the skills yet. Now, I'm going to fast forward this. Trust me. Michelle knows I can stay on here for a while. But, right? Celine's even laughing at that one. She's like, I know. But I will be on it. I will say it this way. It gets to be a peace. The last couple of days, I've had a moment where I've had a calmness and a peaceness that I really can explain to you, but yet I can't put it into words for you, because it's that peace that you wake up. When you're in a place where whether you pray, you meditate, but there is no worry. And I know Michelle's had these moments. I guarantee she's had. The people that have made 6 figures, they're in their $500,000. They're close to $1 million. I mean, there's a lot of people. You get to a point where everything's calm. Everything slows down for you. I have been in those moments more times than I can possibly tell you. I live in a great place in California. I golf almost every day. I smoke 3 to 4 cigars on the golf course, because I can't smoke them in my damn house. I am not a king in my home. If anybody has daughters and a wife, I drink 2 vodka martinis at the club with 3 blue cheese olives And my grandbabies come into the club, they run in there, they take over the TV at the golf club, and you see a bunch of old farts around me going, whose kids are those running around in our club? And I'm like, I don't care. They're mine. What are you going to do to me? I'm 6'3", 260. What are you going to do? But my point is this. There's a quality that you're sitting there and you're just enjoying your time. Yes, the money's great. But to a 58-year-old pop-up, you can't just put it into words. So if you are backs against the wall, I just did a live this morning and I had Christina Bell on, and pick your hard. Just pick your hard. It's hard waking up in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, getting on a plane, trying to figure it all out. It's hard to be in a place where you don't want to work anymore and you're getting paid because you know it's just pay the bill. Was this hard in the beginning? I want to say it was different. It was just different than I used to make money. It's just different from us, right? You know, if you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, I have a lady that's 82 years old that is going to be she's going to make $50,000 within 9 months. And she does not go live. She's hysterical. I'm doing an interview for her and on my YouTube channel, but I'm just telling you, all because of this business. You're just not around the right people yet. And when you get around different people like us, and we are different, but we're very blessed and we're very grateful. I will say this to you. There is a craziness that you're going to get involved in that everyone really gives a shit. Sorry to say that, but it's true. We're going to have fun with each other's football teams, that Dallas has an opportunity to get better. We know that. Green Bay is going to do a great job. Where's Marianne? We're going to do a great job this weekend. Mary from Wisconsin. And
Okay, I'm just gonna. It's getting long, and Tim is winded sometimes. I love the guy. Okay, all right. So, do you have questions? Is that why you keep talking, Galsha? So, like, do you have questions? Because you're asking me like, where am I from, and all that stuff. I don't mind answering questions if it's about this program. I am glad to help people and answer questions about the program, because that's why we're here. So if you have questions about the program, I will gladly answer them. If it's something else, then it'll have to wait for another time. Okay. So let's get back to this. This is the program. If you choose to get started today, these are the bonuses. There's a community builders training. There is a Canva crash course. There is the founder's first million in 17 months. You can watch how she hit that. There are 200 digital product ideas. There's an invisible faceless marketing. And then there's the 30-day market strategy growth plan. Okay. So now I want you guys to wait a minute. I almost forgot this. Okay. So you can choose which program. I have the 4 programs, but you could choose the 6, you could choose the 3, you could choose the 1. Choose what fits you and your goals. Okay. Good. Glad you're here, Galshan. And are these results typical, guaranteed, or per case? Ghost, it is based on, that's why I do a screenshot in the beginning. Great question. That's why I do a screenshot in the beginning, because everybody's results will be different because it's your business. So if I've had people start and not do anything right away because everybody's different, and it's kind of like the gym. So we can't compare. The worst thing you can do is compare. You need to build your business, get involved, follow it step by step, and then and then build, increase, like learn these skills, start doing the content. You can do what I do. Okay. I make content, guys. It is not rocket science. I have built a successful business, and I'm working on the wildly part because, there's 100, I think we're at 126 six-figure income earners. It is a real legit business. So you are following that step by step, but you also got to learn these skills, because it is skills. Listen, it is not a get rich thing. It is not a money falling from the sky. Can you make substantial income? Absolutely. You got to bring the effort. You got to bring the willingness to learn. So willingness to learn and willingness to work is really all I brought, because there was no skills. I didn't have any skills to bring. There was no special equipment needed. I needed my phone and I needed Wi-Fi, and that's it. So anybody can do what I do. Listen, I was just doing the dash. Maybe I delivered your food. I mean, I don't think so, but maybe I did. I mean, and it wasn't until God brought me this that I was like, finally something that little old me can do, that doesn't have a degree, that doesn't have a way. I needed something that only God could bring me. So if you've been praying and asking God, please, please, please give me something, then this might be your answer. Okay. Because that's where I was. I thought you called me mom for a minute. I was like, well, I mean, hey, okay. So what if someone who has actually average growing business understand? Wait a minute. Okay, hold on, guys. I know this is going to be a longer live, so just bear with me, please, so that I can answer some questions. Are these results okay? So we talked about that. I want to learn how to earn money for so Gulshan, if you are in college, this is the kind of thing where, yeah, I mean, listen, you can do it. You could do it. I wasn't going to do this because I share screenshots and I know I saw it. And I was like, my customers are usually not this age group, but let me see if I can find it, because now that you said that, I find this kind of humorous. I don't know if I saw it earlier today. Maybe I can't find it now. Because I thought, oh, wow. It was a 17-year-old. Anyway, I can't find it. Maybe I could just search for it in the community, because he said he was 17 years old. Should I type in 17 year? Let's see. 17-year-old. There's lots. No, there was somebody that said, there it is. I can't believe this is happening. Okay. How can I share this? Okay, I'll share it just like this. So, and I'll make it bigger so you can see it better. See this? Clark, guys, I made my first 900 as a 17-year-old. I love it. Now, typically, like, it's not typically the younger crowd, but that just goes to show that, yes, anybody can do what we do. Okay, so let me get back to this. I want to learn how to. I answered that. Now, what's this? What if you're someone who has actual average growing business, understand Canva, GoDaddy? Are you asking me like, is that helpful? It is helpful. I mean, anything, any kind of that is helpful. But listen, you do want to follow this just step by step. I'm not sure if I would say in this, I don't know if that's really is it going to help you to set up? Yeah, maybe to set up, but really not. Those things are not needed. Like, it is truly made for a beginner. Okay. It is truly made for a beginner, and we just follow it step by step. Can you teach me from basics? I'm glad you asked me this. Now, I'm glad you asked me this. I forgot to tell you guys, and I forgot to share with you guys. How could I do this? Hold on. I forgot to share with you that you actually get to be a part of my, this is a private paid community that I have. And I'm glad you said something, because I don't know how I forgot to even mention my own community. You get to be in my community. Okay. My community is small. It's private. It's paid. I learned how to make my own community because of this program. You guys get to be in this. I do a coffee and coaching. I call it coffee and coaching. So one Zoom I do a week, because I don't want to take away from what you have in the main community. You have everything. I had everything to build a business on my roof. Are you kidding me? You threw it on the roof? Oh my gosh. Kid threw the bat. This is what happens when you go live. My son just threw the basketball on the roof. Like, on the roof. Anyways, let's get back to this. So I do a coaching call every Thursday. If you cannot make it during the day, you can ask me to do one at night. Okay. And then if I have that, then I'll just do that. Coffee and coaching. Yes, coffee and coaching. Okay. So I do drop in some stuff. I have a little tiny classroom with some things in there, some videos, some things that I learned. You get access to the ebook that I wrote. I just wrote my very first ebook. And I give everybody the things that I wish I would have known in the beginning. So I've been doing this for 17 months, making money online from home with my kids. And I share that ebook with you guys. Now I charge $27 for that ebook, but everybody that purchases from me, they get the ebook. And I also have little video things in here that help you. This is just like, I'm your bonus in your back pocket. So I'm so glad that Gulshan, I don't know if I'm saying your name right, that you asked that, because I do. I help you guys. You can see this little message thing. You can message me. I'm here to support you and to help you every single step of the way. Okay. Let me see. I have a physical store and a lawn care company where I'm rating top businesses. Can I utilize this with them? Absolutely. That is gold. Listen, so I'm helping my son I'm helping my son to kind of like, hey, you need to do this over and over again, because I've learned marketing skills, right? So you take your marketing skills and you apply it, man, you can help somebody. You can help the skills that you're learning, and my friend in here, they can build their business. They can get more in front of, when you learn these skills, it is going to be a game changer. I can help my son get his business, a brand new business out there. My friend last year, was it last year she did that? No, it was the beginning of this year. Her brother has a pool business, and she's my friend from the community. Her brother has a pool business. She took the skills that she has learned in here and she applied them to his pool business because he wasn't getting enough customers. So she took the skills, applied it to the business, and man, he like doubled, if not tripled. So, and as soon as that happened, then it got even more the next month. And he was like, no, I got to help. I got to hire help now. I don't have enough. And it's a good problem to have, but he was overwhelmed because it happened so fast. So anyways, I'm so proud of her because she was able to help him. And I just think it's so encouraging when you get to learn some skills that maybe you didn't have yesterday, like me. And now I can actually help my son out because I get it. Now I finally I get marketing. Like I understand it. Man, I am in 12th standard. Is that, I don't know what that means, Gulshan. I'm sorry. Is there any other questions, guys, before I jump off? Now, for those of you that are ready to get started, don't forget to mention Thanksgiving if you want me to help you to get started with Legacy 2.0. And you'll have to mention this because it won't apply. It's not going to be anywhere else. It's only for the people that watch this video and almost to the end. So for those people that have hung out with me all the way to here, thank you. I appreciate you. And if you're watching this as a replay later and you see that, then yes, you can absolutely send me an email, say Thanksgiving. You have to purchase first, and then I will do that 50. Okay. Now, how do you get started? Where do we sign up? Right here. Let me walk you through that. Ghost. So let's show you guys what to expect. Okay. So let me share what it looks like. Okay. This is how you get started. You're just going to go to Granny's Getting Paid. Okay. Exactly in my scrolling and in the description and on the profile. And then you're just going to go on the blue button, enter in your best email, and then send it. Make sure, please make sure that you use your good name, good email all the way through this, especially when you go to purchase, because it's going to take 24 to 48 hours for them to let you in the main community. Now, as soon as you get in the main community, they set you up. You get to pick a template. There's 3 different templates. This is my doing. Okay. I didn't do this until oh my gosh, maybe 3 months ago or 4 months ago. But I walk people through how to do this in my community, how to make it your own. If you want to make it your own, that's what I do in my community because I wanted it to be like, it's my story. Okay. But in the beginning, you have this right here. And I had the same thing. I think I chose the guy and the girl. There's 3 different ones you can choose from. Okay. So as soon as you put your email in, make sure it's a good one and make sure you remember whatever usernames and passwords you make along the way. Because if there's any hiccup, it's going to take them longer to let you in the community. So I don't want that. I don't want any hiccups. Okay. Gulshan, what are you saying? Listen, please. It says, ma'am, listen, please. For what? What are you trying to ask me, Gulshan? So as soon as you put in the email, you're going to see me. Then you go to the pink and then it will take you to my website. Okay. So you can choose whatever fits you and your budget. You're going to see me. You're going to see my kiddos. And if I scroll down, that's the 900. I believe that's the 9, isn't it? Yeah, that's all 4. So you could choose the 9. And if you go any further, there's the 6, the 3, and the 1. There are plans. Now, that little help that I offered, the Thanksgiving thing, that's only on the legacy. So to get started with legacy, you would go here, choose whatever fits you. Remember, there's plans, and then you're going to see me so you know you're on the right place. Go to plans if you need a plan, and then you'll see right here, it says as low as $56 a month, okay, with the K, the little pink. So you could go here, you could go there, and then make sure you select, let me see if it's going to do it because I don't want to pull up my personal stuff. Okay, it doesn't. So I can show you. I just want to make sure my personal stuff doesn't go. See, 18, you can choose what option fits for you, okay? And then that's how that works. So is there any from group or community where I can join for free? No, this is an education. Gulshan, this is education. So education and a business. Like it's not only an opportunity to learn high income earning skills, but it's a business. So, I mean, this takes somebody's time. This took somebody's time to build, to generate these programs. So man, everybody needs to make an income. And the value that I received in here far exceeds the purchase of a program and a website. Like it far exceeds it. I paid that in June of 2024. And I've been making thousands a month from home, from my phone with my kids since June of 2024. So the value in here far exceeds the price that I paid a year and 5 months ago. So no, it's not free. And anything of value we know has a cost to it. And as far as I'm concerned, I probably didn't pay enough. Honestly, if I really wanted to be fair, I probably didn't pay enough because when you think about it, I am part of a community of 57,000. I received the program, got the website, got the automated system. Like I have a system out there that's working for me while I'm sleeping, working for you while you're eating, while you're dreaming, while you're cooking, while you're cleaning. Like the value of this business is crazy, like absolutely crazy. And to learn that you can actually resell education that you didn't create, but you get to learn from it. You get to earn from it. I got to build a business, have skills that I didn't have, but I got to earn at the same time as I was learning. Where can you do that? Where can somebody like me have $900 days? I didn't even talk about that. I make 100% profit. I've had $1,800 days. That's crazy. As a dasher who was struggling, stressed out, stuck, crying to God, I didn't know that I could do this. If it wasn't for God, I would have passed this by 100, 200 times over because I would have thought sounds too good to be true. I would have passed it by. So now I'm part of a community. I built my own community. I can be monetized on platforms. I'm promoting programs where I actually generate an income, and then I can be monetized on the platform that I'm already generating income from the content that I'm making. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? So it's like stacking. It's crazy to me. So affiliate marketing, I can now charge for my coaching, which I do. If there's a one-on-one coaching, I charge for my one-on-one coaching. But in my Zoom, I do not. So you can be in the Zoom. That's free. It is crazy to me that this exists. So anyways, if you're ready to get started, you go to Granny's Getting Paid, put your email in, a good email, and then if you have questions, you can simply send me back an email. Okay, guys, I really appreciate you. I'm sorry it's so long, but there was lots of questions today, and I really appreciate the questions. You can always send me your personal questions if you have some later. Have a blessed day, and thank you again for joining. If you're watching the replay, drop replay in the comments and let me know if you're a coffee or a tea drinker, just for fun.